What is going on, guys? Pro Designs here, and today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to motion track a text onto a cinematic or a clip, whatever you guys want to do. And the programs you're going to need today are After Effects, Boujou and Cinema 4D. So what you want to do, start off with open up After Effects, bring in your cinematic, make it a new composition, go to composition settings, make sure it's 1280 by 720. Now what you want to do is you want to find the bit that you want to put the cinematic in. So let's say I want it on that wall, I want to write something. So what you want to do is obviously start the render here, and then you can't see the wall here, but say you want to keep this bit in. What I recommend doing is stopping it there, because you want to have the least amount of frames to motion track as possible. So if we go to here, just press shift, it should snap there, and then that's it. So now you've got the bit selected that you want to motion track. So now if you press Control M, if I select it and press Control M, it's not working. Just composition and then add to render queue. Here's Control M, I don't know why it's doing that. But you want to click here and go to JPEG sequence, press OK, choose where you want to save it, create a folder on your desktop, otherwise you'll have hundreds of files on your desktop and you don't want that. Just go on there, click save and render. This shouldn't take a second. In fact, I can just close this down and we'll open up this. There you go, it's done. And then you want to head over to Boujou. Right, so you want to import your sequence. So you go in the top left here, import sequence, and let me just find it. I think desktop tutorial. Then make sure you select the first frame. In my case, it's 00000. If you'd like rendered it halfway through a video, it might be 038. You know, you do the math. Basically it's the picture underneath this folder here, not to the side or here. And then just open it, then click apply, then you want to go here and go 29.97, click apply again. Then what you want to do is you want to motion track this footage. So you want the text up here. So what I recommend doing is minimizing the amount of keys that need to be placed on the footage, the amount of tracking points. So what you need to do is go to add polymasks, click up here, and then just do this, because you don't want anything down there. Just basically cut out as much as you can without affecting the area where you want to motion track. So I'm just going to do that, but if you wanted to really go at it, you know, you could crop around here, and then as you move the points, they automatically keyframe. So as soon as you could put it there, move it along, and it keyframes. So now what you want to do is go to track features here, like these yellow squiggly lines, and then go advance. I recommend going to about halfway so you get more options, more points, and then just press start. If this takes too long, I'll speed it up, but it seems to be going at a pretty decent pace. And while this is going through, I just want to take the time to say, if there's any tutorials you guys want, please leave in the comments down below, or any content to do with editing. I mean, Photoshop, Sony Vegas, After Effects, Boujou, Cinema 4D. I can do tutorials on pretty much anything to do with editing in them software programs. So it's nearly done, nearly done. Right, done. So now we've got all these tracking points, but they are no use to us at the moment. So what you need to do is go camera solve here, and then don't click on any of these, because I find it makes the text like bounce. It's just not it doesn't actually smooth it out. Well, it's supposed to, but I've never found this actually work for me. I mean, you can try it yourself, but I don't find it really does anything. And just press start. Then what that basically does is make the points so you can select them and tell the camera which angle is which. So now what you want to make sure is go down to solves and make sure you haven't got like 5 solves. You want one clear solve, camera solve. So now what you want to do is you've got these points here. Go to scene geometry. Then what you want to do is add a coordinate to frame. Then let's go on. Let's do it in the order. Let's do the z-axis. So what you want to do is you want to select a keyframe there and here, so like diagonally basically, and then connect to select and update coordinate frame. Make sure you do that every time. Then add another one, then go to Y, and that is your upright angle. So you want to pick that like that, and try get one that's sort of level like that. That will do. You want to pick like a nice flat surface like this to put your text on. Otherwise, if you've got some odd shape thing, it won't track it to it properly, and you'll be moving through the timeline, and the object will be moving all over the place. So now you've got them selected, connected selected, update coordinate frame, add another one, go to x-axis, and the x-axis is along the bottom, so let's pick this one and this one. Oh, let me select it. By the way, I'm pressing Control, to highlight 2, and connect to select, update coordinate frame, and add another one, and go to origin, and just pick in the middle somewhere, connect to select, and then just make sure all your angles are there. So I've got Z, Y, X, and the origin, and just click update coordinate frame one more time. And that's pretty much it that you need to do in Boujou. What you can do is add a test object and just make sure, see that's tracked nicely, it's not moving at all, it's staying where it should be. So that's just a good way to test it before you export it, bring it into Cinema 4D, and you go, oh shit, it's not tracked. So now what you want to do is go up to export and export camera solve. Then obviously choose a file location. We'll just put it on our desktop and call it tutorial. Put it on desktop. Okay, and then go and select Cinema 4D format. And then you want to put the scale scene by 100. Otherwise, when you put it into Cinema 4D, it won't work. And that's pretty much it. And just make sure your sequence 1 is selected, and just hit save. And then you're done with Boujou. You can just close this and you save it and do whatever you want to do with it. Then you want to open up Cinema 4D. Now what you want to do, press Ctrl O and just bring in the camera solve. Make sure this says 10. Now there's a debate whether you should bring in, say, an AVI format file or a JPEG sequence. Whenever I bring in AVI file, the motion track always seems to move a tiny bit. Like it might bounce up and down a little bit, or it'll move ever so slightly. You don't want that. You want it to be 100%. But it's just through my experience, I like to bring in a JPEG sequence and animate that sequence. So what you want to do is double click down here, double click on the material again, untick this, go to texture here, click on here. Then you want to go to your JPEG sequence again, click the first frame, open, press no. Then what you want to do is you want to go down to editor and animate preview. Also, you want to go back on this color, sorry, and click on the thing here again. Go to animation and calculate. Now you want to go up here where the picture of the floor. Hold the right click down. Go to background and add a background. So now if you move through the timeline, that should be staying still where it was on the in Boujou. So now I'm just going to add a very basic text. I will do a tutorial on how to create like a nice realistic effect text, but for today's tutorial it's basically on the basics of importing your Boujou camera solve into Cinema 4D and how to use Boujou basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you go through the timeline now, it's nice and fixed. So it's not moving at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, I will do a tutorial on how to make the text more realistic, because that looks crap at the moment, you know. But that's a tutorial for another day. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If this video has helped you in any way, please give the video a thumbs up. And once again, if there's any tutorials you guys want, please leave them in the comments down below and I'll be happy to help. But until the next video, I'll see you next time. Peace out.